Brothers and sisters, Islam has clear guidelines for a marriage to be valid, and everyone needs to understand them properly. In simple terms, there are three main stages. The first stage is the proposal. A proposal does not mean ownership. It does not mean she is yours or he is yours. It is simply an expression of interest. How this happens depends on culture. In some cultures, like in Lebanon, there are several traditional steps before anything official happens. Families first talk, people visit each other, and the young man and woman are allowed to see one another in a respectful, supervised way. It is often awkward, emotional, and even humorous, but the point is that families are involved, respect is shown, and nothing is rushed. Islam encourages you to approach a proposal in a way that respects the culture of the family you are going to. If someone is from a different background, learn about their customs, ask people who know, find out the best way to approach them. Usually, men propose, though Islamically, a woman may also propose. Either way, it should be done with dignity, clarity, and good intention. In many cultures, there is a period after the first visit where families allow more supervised interaction so the couple can get to know each other. Islam advises not to drag this stage out unnecessarily. This leads to the second Islamic stage, engagement. In Islam, engagement simply means both families have agreed that these two people are officially getting to know each other for marriage. Parents are aware, communication is allowed, visits are allowed with supervision. Meetings can happen in homes, mosques, or public places, but seclusion is not permitted. There is no physical contact, no one is bound. Either person can walk away at any time without conditions or blame. During engagement, gifts are allowed, but it is better not to exaggerate. If someone gives a gift, it should not be demanded back. The Prophet ﷺ warned strongly against taking back gifts. Engagement is a time to observe character, values, seriousness, and compatibility. It is also a time to make halal easy, so haram does not become the alternative. When halal is made difficult, people fall into what Allah has forbidden. Engagement also means others are not allowed to propose to that person because someone else is already in the process. This stage is not dating. It is supervised, respectful getting to know one another with clear boundaries. The third stage is the marriage contract. In Islam, marriage is not just romance. It is a serious contract that Allah describes as a weighty covenant. It involves rights, responsibilities, compassion, kindness, and commitment. It is an agreement that affects lives, families, and future generations. When people enter this contract, they should be reasonable, gentle, and cooperative, not treating it like a cold business deal, but also not ignoring its seriousness. For a marriage to be valid in Islam, there are 5 conditions and 1 essential right. The first condition is clear identity. The bride and groom must be clearly named and known. The contract cannot be vague. The people entering the marriage must be specified openly. The second condition is consent. Both the man and the woman must agree freely. A previously married woman must express her consent clearly. A woman who has never been married may express it verbally, or her silence can indicate approval. But if she refuses, her refusal must be respected. The Prophet ﷺ gave women the right to accept or reject marriage, and he invalidated marriages where women were forced. There are authentic narrations where women came to him because they were married without consent, and he gave them the choice to remain or to leave. This established clearly that forced marriages are not valid. The third condition is the guardian of the bride, the wali. The groom represents himself. The bride is represented by her guardian, usually her father. This role exists to protect her interests, ensure her rights, and formally transfer responsibility to the husband. If the father is not present or has passed away, then the responsibility moves in order to the grandfather, then the son, if she was previously married and has an adult son, then the brother, then the closest male relatives from the father's side. The wali's role is not control, but protection. He must consider religion, character, and the man's ability to provide and behave responsibly. He is not allowed to reject suitable proposals for racist, personal, or emotional reasons. Allah warns guardians not to block women from lawful marriage when it is fair and appropriate. Making halal difficult, often pushes people toward haram, secrecy, and emotional harm. If a guardian is abusive, absent, corrupt, or completely unreasonable, scholars explain that responsibility may move to the next eligible guardian, but this must be handled carefully with scholars or community leaders, not emotionally or secretly. The fourth condition is witnesses. Generally, 2 trustworthy Muslim witnesses are required so the marriage is known, public, and protected from denial or secrecy. The fifth condition is that there is no legal or Islamic barrier to the marriage. The 2 people must be lawful for one another to marry. They cannot be close relatives whom Islam has forbidden, and neither can already be married in a way that makes this marriage invalid. Then comes the essential rite, the mahar. The mahar is not a price. It is not buying a woman. It is a mandatory bridal gift that belongs only to the wife. It can be money, jewelry, property, a service, or anything lawful that both agree upon. It can be small or large, immediate or delayed. Once agreed, it becomes a debt upon the husband. Allah commands that it be given sincerely and willingly. The wisdom of the mahar is that it shows seriousness, honesty, and ability to provide. It honors the woman, reassures her, and reflects the responsibility the husband is taking. It is part of the structure Allah placed in marriage to protect, dignify, and stabilize family life. Islam does not encourage relationships where people behave like spouses before marriage. It encourages clarity, boundaries, family involvement, and early halal commitment. This protects hearts, dignity, and the future. Marriage, brothers and sisters, is about responsibility before romance, commitment before emotion, and obedience to Allah before desire. When the halal is made easy, the haram becomes difficult. When the halal is blocked, the haram becomes tempting. May Allah make our paths to halal easy and place barakah in our marriages.